Alright, good morning. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I just had to set up my other camera. Obviously, as I've said before, Saturdays I'm on my own, so I don't have a videographer here. Gonna do another AMA today and open up some Pokémon cards for those of you that are interested in either Pokémon cards or anything I have to say. Now, I've got obviously a few of you looking at the moment. Can you guys tell me which box you want me to open first? Top, middle, or bottom? I've only got 3 boxes left. Exciting news, last night I pulled a Charizard, another one. I'm starting to think these things aren't as rare as people are saying, because I now have 4 of the bloody things. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I've pulled those 4 all from the same order that I did with EB Games. I think we talked about it before. So I've got middle, 2 middles. All right, that's done. Middle box getting opened. Other 2 boxes are going. So I bought 10 boxes from EB Games, and they came loose. I think we talked about this before if anyone has been watching. They came loose in a box, and I was a bit concerned about them being, tampered with, or who knows, right? They weren't in a nice box. It's because no one else is buying them but you. Yeah, there's a good chance that's the case, Mudgy. There's a good chance. Alright, so opening the box now. So I've pulled 4 Zards. Hey Tyler, look! I was going to wear your hat, but my head's too fat, so I just put it here for you. I'll put it up here so everyone can see it. There you go. Hey Nev, how are you, legend? Thanks for tuning in. So I put a post out yesterday that I was going to do an AMA and just answer people's questions around anything that they want to know. It helps me kill some time while I'm here. I get to open some cards, see what we pull. So I've opened, must have opened 7 boxes from the EB Games order, because I've got 3 left. Anyway, I've pulled 4 Charizards from 10 boxes and I've still got 3 boxes left. So 10 packets. So I, like I said, put up an AMA yesterday just to see if anyone had anything they wanted me to talk about. So I'll just kind of start going off with those. If anyone's got any other questions while I'm doing this, just feel free to stick them in the comments and I'll answer them for you. So one of the questions I got yesterday was, am I on the Doge train to the moon? If anyone is into pop culture or cryptocurrency, you'll understand the question. If you're not, I'll just explain that. So Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency that is off the back of a meme, and it's pumped pretty hard. I was, to answer the question, I had about 13,500 Dogecoin when it was about 6 cents. I sold that Doge at about 29 cents and thought I did pretty well, and now it's at 72 cents this morning or something. So who's the fool? But on the topic of cryptocurrencies, I'm more interested in buying coins in projects that I understand and projects that are actually doing something beneficial. Now, Doge is a bit like Bitcoin. It's a currency from what I understand, and obviously I'm not a financial planner or advisor, and I don't really know a lot about these things. I only know what I know. Doge is just a coin, but seashells were once just a seashell, and then obviously they swapped them for fur and rocks or whatever. So nice one. Gym trainer. So I had Doge. I sold Doge. I don't really like Doge. Could go crazy, and I don't really care. Like I'm at peace with the fact that I 5x'd my money. I only had about 13,000, so not much money. What's that? $600 or something? $500. The bulk of my cryptocurrency portfolio is in a coin called Cardano, or ADA. A friend of mine, Tom, was posting about it on Facebook a couple of months ago and said, Cardano, got to get on Cardano, got to get on Cardano. Tom's always been quite helpful for me. It's pack number 2. He's helped me out with a few things in the past, so I went, alright, cool, buy some Cardano. I think I got in early 60 cents, which was late because he was in at like 10 cents. And then, good morning, Justin. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Living Landscapes. Good morning, Matt Weber. Good morning, Brent. Who else we got there? So I bought the ADA at like 60 cents, and I've kind of been buying it through to $1. Oh shit, maybe $2. I think I sold 25% of my ADA recently for $2, and I was going to try and buy the dip, and I thought, oh, this is going to be good, and I didn't. It didn't work, so it went up to $2.30, and I shat myself. So I set some buy orders up to buy some ADA at $2.01 and $2.02. So anyway, I'm back in the position, and I'm now staking my ADA. I'm not playing around with it anymore. I've got too much to be silly with it. I believe in the project that Cardano are working on. I like Charles Hoskinson, who is the ADA founder, and I like what they're doing. I think this morning it was at $2.54 or something, so it's in a pretty good spot. Obviously, if you're looking to buy cryptocurrencies, I don't have that card. If you're looking to buy cryptocurrencies, I would strongly suggest that you do so, I guess, not at your own risk, but go into it with the knowledge that you never know what's going to happen, and a lot of these projects are going to fail. It is my humble opinion that the top 50 currencies, 50 projects at the moment, if you had $1,000 in each of those 50 over the next 2 to 3 months, you'll make money. But just remember that stuff goes up, stuff goes down. Good morning, Adrian. How are you, mate? How was my week, Justin? Well, my week was pretty good. I think it was a bit of a blur, to be honest. Now that I've got Lisa working with me, we're stacking my weeks out pretty heavily, booking lots of... I guess I'm just having to get more efficient with my appointments. Pack number 3. G'day from WA. Premium Pumps. I'm trying to remember your name. Premium Pumps. I remember you were working for an irrigation shop until recently, went out on your own, started your pump business. It'll come to me later. Anyway, good morning. What time is it in WA? Jeez, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning or something. All right, pack number 3. So that was, I guess that's the oh, Christian, yeah, sorry, man. How's it going anyway? Like, I saw on LinkedIn that you seem like you're happy with your decision. Happy that you're a business owner now, killing it. So yeah, what other questions did I have? So Justin, yeah, my week has been good. I think I got a lot done. The guys, it's a pretty stressful period for the team at the moment. Obviously, I've talked about this a little bit before, but when you run more than one company, you kind of don't run any company. I think when you turn over a certain amount of money, like if you're doing more than $1 million per company, you can kind of engage a general manager and then a senior management team. What a pack! You can engage a senior management team to do it. But if WaterPro was doing $600,000 a year or $800,000 a year, I think it would have been foolish for me to open Lawn Hub or to buy railways. And I couldn't have financially done it anyway, but I'm just trying to work out the best way to ensure that I'm spending my time. Good morning, Auntie Wendy. I'm just trying to make sure I'm spending the right amount of time on the right amount of things, and I know that I'm going to drop the ball, and I'm just doing the best I can. I've got an unbelievable team around me, so it makes it a lot easier. Fact number 4. Then I'm going to look into my phone and see what the questions were. There's another question yesterday. I'm not sure that I'm going to buy any more of these cards. I had a PT session this morning with my mate Rob, and he was saying, you've pulled 4 Charizards. I don't know anyone else that's pulled 4 Charizards. You have used all the luck. What do we got next? Ooh, I don't have that card. He basically said, don't open any more packs. You're an idiot if you do. You've used all your luck. I guess it depends on your belief around what's lucky. And if you believe in luck. Now I'm just going into Instagram on my other phone. My other phone. No, I'm not a drug dealer. I just have 2 phones. So, what's the value of a Charizard? Okay, that's a good question. So, this is a Charizard for anyone playing at home. Yeah, that's right. When I pulled the first Charizard, they were selling for about $500. This morning we had a look, they're kind of $350, so then the value's not there. I'm not so concerned about selling them. This has just kind of been a bit of a fun process for me. I opened a pack. I've been opening boxes at night with my son Jack, who's 8, and it's just been something fun for us to do together. He gets excited when we find one. We pulled a Charizard last night at the dinner table. We hadn't finished eating. No, we hadn't. That Charizard's got pizza on it. So, yeah, it's just been fun. So I'll get those graded potentially. I don't know if anyone that's not in the card space, you can get your cards graded. So you send them away to a company, and they like PSA in America. There's a few different ones. PSA is kind of the gold standard for a lot of people. Beckett, what's that one? BGA. Get them graded. Cost a lot of money. They become more valuable. All right, pack 1, 2, 3, number 4, number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, number 5. So it wasn't really about that. It was just something fun. Rob was like, "Oh, you should buy some cards, see what you can pull." So I will probably put these in a safe or similar and just have them stored for a long period of time. And now I've got a card for each of my children. They can have a Charizard each. These aren't the Charizards that you would have heard about on the internet that are worth $200,000. Sadly, wouldn't be so easy to buy the packs if they were. So what was I talking about? Why did you change from English muffins? All right. So I've got a question from Mr. Tyler Freeman. Might not be Tyler, might be someone else on his Instagram. But we used to have, so at Waterpro and Railways, we do a start of month and an end of month barbecue. Oh, sorry, Tyler, I moved your hat. Your hat's not in frame. We moved away from English muffins to brioche because I thought it was nice, a bit fancier. I don't know if that's what people want or not, but that's what they're getting. So I think I answered your question, Justin. My week was okay. I feel like it was a bit of a blur. Has anyone got any questions? Pack number 6. Let's see if we can pull a Charizard. If we pull a Charizard right now in these packs, I'm giving it away. All right. I don't know how I'm going to give it away, but I'm going to give it away. Don't have that card. That's good. I think it's funny. I've opened a lot of cards, and I don't think I've got a full set yet. So I might have to go to like Pokémon trading. Good morning, Tommy. How are you, mate? I thought you'd be out working, not on Instagram. Or are you doing both? I have a question. Did I not know you love Pokemon? I don't love Pokemon, Amy. I'll answer that question in a sec, Christian. I don't love Pokemon. As you know me very well, I don't really like anything. I'm kind of broken like that. This has just been something interesting for me to do. I wouldn't be able to name a character. I can't pronounce them properly. I'm not the best advocate for Pokemon, but it's been fun. It's kind of like gambling. I'm trying to find that card. When I was younger, I used to collect like Spider-Man cards and Lion King cards, and none of them, I think I chose the wrong sets. Good morning, Stuart. How are you, mate? So what was the question? What was my highlight of the week? All right. So this week has been a very, very intense week for the businesses. It's funny, yeah, Amy, got to catch them all. And then I've got Monopoly behind me, and it says own it all. So I'm just about all of it. So the guys at Waterpro had a pretty intense week. Because we're growing so fast, we've had a lot of people come into the business that haven't... I just hired a chef, I've just hired a footy player that hasn't got experience in what we do. I've just hired a guy that was in the pump industry that's now a delivery driver. We're hiring, like, Amelia was a landscape architect. She's doing irrigation sales and now design. Chris, and we've always done that. Chris was a truck driver, now he's a store manager. Brandon was a landscaper, now he's in irrigation. But because we're growing so fast, we're not training the tier below the managers fast enough, because you just can't. A lot of the stuff that we do is quite experiential. So the guys just had an intense week, and we secured some good projects. and Matt got to a good stage in an irrigation design that we're doing at the moment. So a lot of people, we don't talk about it too publicly, but we've won 4 golf course designs, full irrigation designs in the last couple of months, and this is work that we've been working on for the last 7 years. Like, we've been involved in them in the golf space, and we've been like there all the time, and we've gone to meetings and we've supported the industry, and now we're finally coming to that point where that we're a trusted, and this is 7 years, so now we're a trusted part of that industry. And so we're starting to, I guess, pick some fruits. It's kind of, what is it, avocado trees that don't grow fruit for 7 years? It's a bit like that. I feel like we're now reaping the rewards of the work that we've been doing for the last 7 years. So the highlight of the week would be getting, we had some good wins for WaterPro. Yeah, that's about it, I think. All right, cool. So, hey Crackers. Who's Crackers? Come on, Charizard. If I pull a Charizard, yeah. I don't think the chances are very good, considering that I've pulled so many, but I do have a lot of luck, they say. Alright, so if anyone hasn't, if there's no more questions, I don't think there's any more questions. Eggplants are a yearly crop. Eggplants. Did I say avocados or eggplants? Wasn't there a thing... Hey Craig, I'll answer that question in a sec. That's a really good question, and I do have a lot of opinions around that. Eggplants, anyway, we'll move on from that. So Craig's just asked, love to know my thoughts on RE NFTs. So I guess you can probably see in the background I've got, oh no, yeah, that's a shoe. Oh, it's not quite in picture, but Amy the Charizard's worth about $350 at the moment. I follow along, I've met Gary Vee and went to one of the dinners and all that jazz, and I don't watch as much of his stuff anymore because I'm kind of deep in my process, but if you're following any of Gary Vee's channels at the moment, you can't kind of ignore NFTs. I think it all kind of came to it kind of all culminated around now that Tom kind of introduced me to cryptocurrency. And then I've just been watching, I've probably watched 100 hours of YouTube around different projects that are occurring and what NFTs are and all that. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. And I think for a lot of people out there, when you're looking at NFTs, all people are going to be seeing is, why would someone buy a JPEG or a picture on the internet, and that's it. Now, for me, NFTs mean so much more, and it's around the contract, around contract management. So you could buy a ticket to a concert as an NFT. And if you're following any of Gary Vee's shit, you would have heard all this. But for me, I'm looking at how NFTs are going to impact my businesses moving forward, and say whether or not we use them from a marketing standpoint and give away unlimited access to dinners that we have with certain people, or I'm looking at 3D printing in the irrigation space moving forward, and whether or not we would be selling like the actual the NFT. Like, so if we had if you designed something as a file and then someone wanted to print that repeatedly, like an irrigation fitting or something that can be 3D printed, a house, obviously it's really easy for that design to be stolen if it was on a BitTorrent website or whatever. But with NFTs, that design could be stored in the blockchain, so it's secure, and if someone uses it, then there's a contract in the background where they would get a royalty of 1 cent or 5 cents every time that design gets printed. So it protects artists, not just digital artists that make pictures like this, but it will protect music artists for the way that music's handled moving forward, and it will also protect business. Now, obviously, when something new comes into the world, obviously, like porn is going to go first on the internet, and then you're going to have like movies and fame and the Netflixes and the music side of things, and eventually it'll move its way down to business. Like people will see like real world uses for NFTs in business where I actually had this idea when I first heard about NFTs for tradespeople to be able to have a 30-day trading account, say with me, and then there's actually a contract in place that at the end of the 30 days, they've bought $10,000 worth of material from me, and provided all of the conditions of the contract have been met, there's evidence that the materials have been supplied, that on the day the money is due, the contract just automatically executes and pays money into my account. So it reduces the risk for both me and my landscapers, me and my clients. But then you look like Brent, like imagine you had an NFT contract with a person that you did landscaping at their house, and upon completion of the house, the money was held in effectively escrow, and I don't even know if this is possible, this is just where my brain goes, and then it just executes and the money gets transferred. So there's no, I posted you a check, it's in the mail, or I've done this or I've done that. Like you're not waiting on that. So in answer to your question, Abel, I think WaterPro will accept a cryptocurrency of some capacity sooner than any other irrigation and landscape supplies business. I'd say Lawn Hub will probably start accepting cryptocurrency as soon as it's available. I'm interested to see where Shopify goes. So Lawn Hub's love my only Lawn Hub hat. Not Lawn Hub. Oh, there's a beanie there too. I think if Shopify release a cryptocurrency of some capacity, that'll go nuts. And if you saw that pop up like Shop, or I don't know if they're using Shopping one, or if they're going to use someone else's coin, but I think if you look at a company like Amazon, like if Amazon release a coin, or if Shopify release a coin and that's the only coin they allow to be used on their website, or if Amazon release a coin and then decide that all purchases on Amazon are 15% off if they're paid for in Zonians or whatever they call it, I would be jumping on that very quickly. It's going to come down, in answer to your question, Abel, it's going to come down to how easily we can integrate with our software. Like I believe in cryptocurrency, and I think it's going to be part of our world moving forward, and I think it's going to make some massive changes around corruption in third world countries, and contractual protection over people's properties, and micro insurance. Like if you start looking into it, there's Charles Hoskinson's a good one to follow on YouTube. Some people find him arrogant and whatever, but I find that there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence, and I think the dude's really smart. Cardano, which is the currency I talked about before, they're trying to his plan is to make it more accessible for people that are poor, and I'm talking like the 3 billion people in the world that don't have a bank account and don't have a deed to the house they live in, and don't have insurance if their push bike gets stolen. And these people that would leave their home during, like in Afghanistan, this guy whose age is unknown because there's no records, leaves his house that he's owned for 20 years and there's no records, and he comes back because there's a war, and he comes back 5 years later and his house is gone. Like the cryptocurrency, like the horse has left the gate, like it is bolting now, and it's just about which projects are going to succeed and which governments are going to adopt certain projects. So I don't have any fear around accepting the currency, because I think it will always be worth something, and I know that I'll be able to buy stuff with it. So there's a lot coming, like a lot. So I think if you're interested in that space, or I would suggest that you just start looking and tasting. And I talk about this with everything in business. Like you want to start, like Lawn Hub's a good example. We wanted to start a direct-to-consumer fertilizer brand. You know what I did? I got a printer, I made some labels, and I started selling fertilizer. What I know about it now is a lot more than I knew about it then. You want to start working and dabbling in cryptocurrencies? Don't go put $50,000 in a wallet and start buying stuff from an unknown. Start playing, watch YouTube videos, go to Twitter, find people that are in the space and talk to them. The Cardano community is a really, really beautiful community. It's not a get-rich-quick community. It's very much a they believe in the currency. Most of the currency is staked, which means that it's kind of banked and they get interest on their coins. So it's not, they're not like pump and dump and just grab it and sell it. Pump and dump. Shout out to Paul Black, if anyone knows that reference. All right, so we've got 2 packets left to try and find the Charizard. And then if anyone hasn't got any more questions, I'm going to jump off. If I haven't, I guess, answered your question enough as well, let me know. That card. I have so many of that card. I was just hoping there's no customers in the shop. Oh, Brent, sorry, how's the app going? Good. So the app that Brent is referring to is an app that I'm getting made for delivery of landscape materials. There's 2 packs left. I touched on it before. If you run more than one business, you kind of run no businesses. That business is at a point where it just needs some attention from me, and it needs me to communicate with the app developers. I've just been super shit at it. And my plan is now with Lisa managing my time better to actually like evenly spread my attention across Railways, Lawn Hub, Water Pro, Dirt Cart, and then the other business that you guys don't know about yet. Hopefully Celeste's not watching. Hopefully Matt's not watching. He'll go nuts when he hears about another business. So yeah, the app, I'm hoping to have it ready in 3 to 6 months. It's something that I haven't spent a lot of time on. Sadly, it's probably the most... It's a product that I should be spending the most amount of time on, but sadly, squeaky wheels get grease, and when someone needs a irrigation design completed so that we can get money, or ultimately just to service the customer's needs, but that app doesn't have any customer needs yet, so no one's screaming at me about it. Lawn Hub and Water Pro and Railways have customer needs, and people are like, hey, we need this, we need that. We need to try and improve this, and there's only so much attention and so much money that can go around. Railways needs probably a flatbed truck so we can start delivering concrete mesh, but I don't want to put $250,000 to that at the moment. Water Pro could probably do with a software upgrade, but that's another $300,000, and I don't want to spend that right now. So it's hard. I just have to make decisions that are best in line with what we're looking at the time, and the app needs more love. See you next week. Sandstone block retaining walls. Do you mean sandstone, actual sandstone? Because we've got some stuff that Jaffa limestone blocks down there, but we wouldn't have actual sandstone, but we do have sandstone coloured retaining wall blocks. So send me a text, Tommy, if you're not sure, if you want to talk. All right, 2 more packs. This is not how I wanted this to go. I probably shouldn't have taken that pack home last night and opened it. Wouldn't it be exciting if we pulled a Charizard live? What is that? Oh, wow. I don't have that one. That's pretty cool. Not too bad. This box has had a lot of cards that I don't have, so it's going to help me finish my set, which doesn't really mean anything because then the set just goes into a safe and then it's gone. Last pack, last chance to ask questions. Then I'm going to go do some actual work. I do work, contrary to most people's beliefs. I've got a lot of planning to do this month. Got to start looking at budgets for next financial year. I'd be interested to know, any business owners watching right now, are you looking at your budgets for next financial year? Is that something that you're thinking about now? This will go up on YouTube later as well, so feel free to comment in the sections below on YouTube if any of this stuff leaves unanswered questions, and I'll answer them. Last pack, cross your fingers. One more card. It's okay. Alright, so no Charizard, unfortunately. We've got 2 more boxes. We'll have to do another live next Saturday morning with 1 more box and see how we go. I'll just quickly check Instagram to see if there's any more questions. If there's not, I'm going to jump off and let you get back to your day. The 5 people that have been kind enough to stick around and watch. English Muffins we covered. Doge Train we covered. Charizard we covered. What else we got? That is it. So thank you to everyone that's tuned in. I hope that helped you out in some capacity. I hope to do a little bit more consulting as such. I don't know if anyone's been watching my YouTube and on my Instagram. I've been doing some Zoom meetings with people from around the world. One person in Zambia and one person in Victoria, but you get the point. I really want to start doing more of that. I actually enjoy this and it makes me happy. I've obviously got a lot of experience in the different areas and I don't know it all, but if anyone wants to do a Zoom and just shoot the shit for half an hour about morning Nixo, about their business, or they want some help with something, I can do that, squeeze in a half an hour somewhere while I'm doing my stuff. It brings me happiness, and if I can help you, then that's good. Otherwise, I'm out. You too, Christian. Have an awesome day. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will see you next Saturday. If you are looking for more long form content, head over to YouTube, search for @VeryClint. You'll find all my stuff there. See ya.